So Google just released A2UI, which is Agent to User Interface Protocol. And it basically allows AI agents to create rich user interfaces instead of basic chat responses. Think about it for a second. The AI just doesn't give you the answer in a text format. It basically creates a rich visualization based on the question that you have asked automatically. Let me show you what I mean. All right, so here is an agent that I built using the Google's A2UI protocol. Now, let me show you if I ask it different questions, what happens, right? So like the first question that I'm going to ask is, show me the Statue of Liberty on a map. Here is what it responds back with. It responds back with a map, with the picture exactly with the location. Now I can change the question to something else where I can say, show me Eiffel Tower on the map as well. And then it'll come back with a response with Eiffel Tower on the map, right? So it is real, it is working, but you can see the response is very visual. Now, let me ask a completely different question from the same exact agent, right? Now I'm going to ask it a question, what time is it in Tokyo? Now, this is where A2UI protocol comes in really handy because now it has responded me with a very different visual card, which provides me the exact time in Tokyo right now with the time zone and stuff like that, right? Now, let me ask one more question so that it becomes a very interesting. Now I'm asking top Chinese restaurants in New York, right? So let's see what the agent comes back with because this is a different question and there you go. So now the agent is responding with a list of restaurants here with beautiful pictures and also, the rating here, right? Different questions being asked from the same agent, but the response generated is a completely different UI. This is the future of agentic conversations. Now, here is the thing that actually blew my mind. What you just saw, the map, the clock, the restaurant list, I did not code any React component for the clock. I didn't design the map card or I didn't code the restaurant list, right? This is the agent autonomously creating these UI cards on the fly based on the question that you're asking. And this is what the future of UI is going to look like in an agent-driven world. All right, so let's go a little bit deeper into understanding what A2UI really is, how does it work, and what are the different components, and most importantly, how you can get started, right? So if you look at this diagram, this basically is answering the question of what A2UI is trying to solve. Now, today's agents, they're really good at generating text, but modern applications, they really need rich UIs and beautiful looking cards for users' best experience. And you might think that, why we can't have our agents generate this HTML or React code directly, right? The problem is if an AI generates code and your app runs it, you're opening yourself to a lot of different kind of security vulnerabilities, right? Malicious code injection and different kind of data theft and attacks can happen. And this is where A2UI comes in, right? I want you to really understand this concept. So A2UI is a protocol, really a specification for how AI agents describe user interfaces using JSON. The key insight is this: the AI does not generate code. It basically generates data, specifically JSON, that describes what components to show. Now, the JSON only references components from a pre-approved catalog. The AI cannot introduce new components or inject malicious code. It can only request things like show a card with a text inside, and your app decides how to render it. Now, here is another important thing to understand. A2UI is just the protocol, the JSON specification, right? It does not render anything by itself. Think of it like an HTML, right? HTML describes web pages, but you actually need a browser to show them, right? Similarly, A2UI describes UI, but you need a renderer to display it. Google created a lit-based renderer for web apps. That's what I'm using in my demo. Copilot Kit, which is another favorite company of mine, built a React renderer. Flutter has the Gen UI SDK for mobile as well, right? So same A2UI JSON, different renderers, native UI everywhere. That's the power of having an open protocol. So I built my demo after cloning the official A2UI repository in GitHub. And you can see that they have also given different samples, right? I'm going to click on this to just show you the structure. Now you need an agent which is running in the background and the client which basically does the rendering. Again, remember A2UI is more of a protocol, so we need the client to basically render it. This is where Copilot Kit has their own renderer. So if I click on the ADK agent, these are all the different examples that they have given. So they have the restaurant finder, they have the orchestrator, they have the contact lookup. What I did was I combined all of this and I also created like the time one as another one based on this one and the maps as well in order to showcase you guys what we saw in the beginning of the demo, right? So that this is the ADK component And then if you look at the renderer here, right? So which is in this one, which is lit and Angular, that is what Google has given. I use the lit one, and you need to go into the shell. And this is where you need to define within the configs, you need to define the TypeScript for the kind of thing that you want to showcase, right? So that is exactly what I showcased. So now what you're seeing is really how the A2UI request flows. So basically the user asks a questions, and in our demo, we asked what time is in Tokyo. Then the client basically sends the query. So the client would be the application, whatever application is built on whatever platform. It sends the query to the agent. Now, agent, instead of responding immediately, it will do the tool calling and all of those things. Whatever ADK is supposed to be doing, it will do that. But then what it would also do is it would also call the A2UI tool, which will generate the clock card, right? So that is what is being generated as an output instead of you being getting just a normal time output, right? So that is the flow, and hopefully this flow is pretty clear. So if you guys want to try it yourself, I would highly recommend you clone this particular repository. They have given few samples already, and you can see that these are some of the use cases that they have mentioned. It clearly talks about the different architecture, and this is where you can clone the repository. They have given all the commands as well. And the out of the box one is a restaurant finder. Once you understand the structure, then you will be able to change the code to display whatever you like, just the way I did. The other thing to keep in mind is the ADK, which is Agent Development Kit. I'm a huge fan of this particular framework. This is obviously the foundation for you to make sure A2UI runs. Make sure to go through that. I do have a video on Agent Starter Pack, which deploys ADK agents pretty fast and also makes them production ready. So I would recommend you check it out as well. And if you want to learn about the A2UI specifications, make sure you do that. Last night I saw it was 0.8. Today, 8 hours ago, it's already 0.9. So I would highly recommend you go ahead and check out the schema details and stuff like that in detail as well, so that you can really get a good grasp of it. So that was all I wanted to cover today with you guys. I think this is going to be the future of agentic conversations, and I believe this protocol is something which everybody needs to be aware of, so that the future applications could really be without UI, and the agents can actually create the UI based on the conversations that they're having with the end users. Do let me know if this was helpful. If you have any questions, obviously, please let me know in the comments. And if you did the video, please hit that like button, and please do subscribe to the channel. It helps me a lot. Thank you once again for your time. I will see you in the next one.